Ahoy, Mile High 6 here, back in with a new video, and I'll be doing my AFC Divisional Predictions, and let's get it on right now. East Side A. At number 4 in their division, I got the New England Patriots. They lost a lot this offseason. Calvin Noy, they lost Tom Brady. Gronkowski, they traded him, but I think they got a draft pick in return. Um, this is the first time in over 20 years that the Patriots don't have Tom Brady. And they had success without Tom Brady with 2 Super Bowl runs, but not as much success with Tom Brady with 6 rings. I think this is going to be a little bit of a down year for the Patriots. I see them winning 5 to 7 games, maybe 8 if they have a, good run. I think their defense is still solid. They drafted a kicker in the 5th round, 5th or 4th round, I don't know. That's funny. But Bill Belichick is always going to have a competitive team, so they're going to lose games, but they're not going to be getting blown out like other scrub teams. I think the Patriots are going to be last in their division, but they won't be like, oh, look at the Patriots, they're trash. They're going to be like, oh, the Patriots are they're in games, but they're not going to win them all. Stidham, let's see what he can do this season. But I just don't have really confidence in Stidham because what Bill Belichick did last year, taking Stidham out after he threw a pick in a blowout game. Come on, you don't do that to a young player like that. So yeah, let's see how Stidham can do this season. Third place, I got the Miami Football Dolphins. I don't know why I said this. But they did a lot this offseason, getting Byron Jones, Jordan Howard, Calvin Noy, Eric Flowers, even though I don't think it was a good pickup. They added some O-line help in the draft to protect their future quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. Um, they got a good receiver in Devontae Parker. I think they have a good team. They'll be way improved than last year. They improved their defense. Brian Flores is a defensive coach. Obviously, brought in a former Patriot, Calvin Noy. I believe in Brian Flores. I think in the future the Finns will be a very competitive team in that division. But I got them at third. Um, Still a young team. They still don't have their quarterback yet. Tua's hurt. I don't know when he's gonna start, so it's gonna be Fitzmagic or Josh Rosen. Most likely Fitzmagic, but obviously Josh Rosen will get the odd start if Fitzmagic's not playing well, and that's Fitzmagic's entire career. So Josh Rosen and Fitzpatrick will be starting this season. Until they get Tua, I don't think they're gonna be that good, but I think they'll be in games. They won't get blown out like last year against the Ravens or Patriots or other teams. I think they'll be more competitive. I see them winning 6 to 8 games, maybe. Maybe 8 games is more of a stretch, but they'll be improved. They'll be more improved than last year, and they won't be picking in the top 5. Number 2 in the division, I got the New York Jets. I see them winning 7 to 9 games. Really, the Jets. The biggest loss of the offseason was Robbie Anderson, but they got Denzel Perriman. They signed him. They drafted Denzel Mims, all the Denzels at receiver. They got Mikael Becton in the first round, help protect Sam Darnold. They got Connor McGovern in the offseason. They had some defensive help. I think Sam Darnold will be a better quarterback next year than last year. Last year he had mono, inconsistent. Like he blew out the Cowboys. He played very well against the Cowboys, but he lost to bad teams like the Bengals and Jets. So yeah, I got the Jets second place in the division, and yeah, let's move on to who's gonna be first. Hey, Buffalo's number 1 in this division. Yeah, I got the Buffalo Bills winning the division. Shocker, everyone got the Bills, but I got the Bills. They got a good defense. I seen them live when I went last year to watch the Broncos Bills. Wasn't very pretty, but they have a solid defense. Their offense now is stacked with John Brown, Cole Beasley, and now Stephon Diggs trade to help out Josh Allen. Josh Allen he's a mobile quarterback with a cannon arm, and that's really all you can describe him. I know he didn't do that well in his first playoff game. Boo hoo. The Bills are going to be very good in the division. No Tom Brady. Um, you got the Dolphins and Jets. Still young teams. The Bills. I just see him winning 10 to 12 games in my opinion, winning the division, stamping the AFC East. With Buffalo, can they be the top two seed? No, I think they'll be second or fourth, really in the conference. But they're a good team, and I got them at number one in their division. Songs of the South, A. The Jacksonville Jaguars. I see them going fourth place in the AFC South. They had a lot of good draft picks: Clavon Chason, C.J. Henderson, and Laviska Shenault out of Colorado, wide receiver. They have plenty of young guys, but all their old guys they got rid of. Got rid of AJ Boye, got rid of Jalen Ramsey during the season. Um, Ngakwe wants to leave. Everyone wants to leave Jacksonville. I know they signed Justin Sherbert. I don't see him being that guy. I think they can win 4 to 6 games, like maybe have the same record as last year. But I see them at the bottom of the division. Do they trust Minshew? I don't know. Give him a full season, man. They don't have Nick Foles really. They traded him. They don't have Nick Foles to start. So you can give Minshew an entire year, see if he can improve. This is the second year. I was impressed with Minshew. He's an athletic guy. He has that mustache. He has confidence and all that stuff. So I think they're gonna be last place. But don't sleep on the Jaguars. Never do. Oh boy, the Houston Texans. Wow. Um, they made the playoffs last year. They blew a 24-point lead. Bill O'Brien is a hack. They traded away one of the best receivers in the league in D Hop to the Cardinals. I don't see him being a very bad. Oh, they also signed Brandon Cooks to replace him. They signed Brandon Cooks, Randall Cobb. I think they have four good receivers, but they don't have a great receiver anymore. They have Fuller who keeps getting hurt. Stills, which he's decent. Their offense is gonna be good. Defense is it has holes. Do I see them being a playoff team potentially, even if they got rid of D Hop? But players are not gonna be playing for a coach that get rid of one of their best players for nothing. Um, Bill O'Brien's trash. I don't think the team's really gonna be behind him. I see the Texans winning maybe I don't know 7 to 9, 8 games, whatever. I'm not really that confident in them because of the D Hop trade that just drained a lot of people. Um, Deshaun Watson's not gonna be happy not having his number one option. I think this is Deshaun Watson's gonna dictate that his success. Is he gonna be mad that he didn't have his number one option, or he's gonna elevate the talent around him? I don't know. Bill O'Brien, I hope this is last year. I don't want the Texans to be that bad. I don't want their fans to suffer under him. Have another Marvin Lewis situation, just a guy who's been with the team a long ass time. Everyone wanted him gone every year. So yeah, I see the Texans finishing in third. How about them Colts? Johnny Unitas. Okay, yeah, the Colts, I got them winning 9 to 11 games. They got a new quarterback in Philip Rivers. I see him for experience. I know he regressed a little bit last year, but I think he's going to be way better than Jacoby Brissett. Obviously, you're taking away the mobility, but you still have good receivers, T.Y. Hilton. You got two good running backs. You drafted Jonathan Taylor, and you got Marlon Mack. You got DeVar's Buckner. You traded away your first round pick for DeVar's Buckner. Add to the defense, they got Malik Hooker, Darius Leonard. I think Darius Leonard. They got a solid defense in the Colts. They could win the division, but I got another team ahead of them. Yeah, and I don't know where Jacoby Brissett's gonna go. Is he gonna stay a backup? Are they gonna trade him to another team? I don't know. Yeah, let's move on to the next team, who's gonna be first place, and you should all know it. Tighten up. The Tennessee Titans, I believe, will win. Uh, Sorry about that. The AFC South, I think they can win 10 to 12 games, really. 10 to 12, maybe 9 to 12 games in my 9 to 11 games. There you go. Sorry about that. It's going to be like again another close division. Um Derrick Henry and is going to carry the team usually the whole season. They have a lot of good defensive pieces. Obviously Logan Ryan's gone. Darrell Casey got traded to the Broncos. Thank you, by the way, for 7th round pick. But Tannehill brought the spark back after they benched Mariota last year, and I think that spark's gonna continue. I think the Titans are ready to make another run at the playoffs like they did last year. Maybe not as far. Not as far. They won't get maybe not even the conference finals, but they'll have a decent record, in my opinion. Um, yeah, I think the Titans are a pretty good team, and yeah, I got them winning the South. The North Side Crew. Who they? Who they? Who they fuck cares? Alright, just kidding about the Bengals. I think they're an improved team. Don't give me that, but yeah, they got Burrow. Big deal. If they're not gonna have a good O line around them, he's not gonna succeed. Um, they have a good receiving core. John Ross, even though he's kind of a bust. Tyler Boyd, AJ Green. Now they drafted T Higgins. They got DJ Reader to pair up with Geno Atkins. Their defense is okay. It's okay. It's not the best, but I got them going. Three. I got them winning 3 to 5 games, in my honest opinion. They'll improve by a couple games or so. They'll still pick in the top 5. I think the Ravens are gonna smack them. I think the Browns are gonna smack them, and I think the Steelers are gonna smack them. They have way better defenses, and with the Bengals' weak O line, I'm sorry, man. Joe Burrow's gonna get sacked a lot. Um, but they're gonna be way improved because they're gonna have a new young quarterback, and they have a decent amount of weapons of receivers galore. They have a good running back in Joe Mixon, but at the same time, I still see them going bottom of the division. I'm sorry for anyone who believes in the Bengals. I don't, and um, but I still see them improving, in my opinion. The Cleveland Browns, they got a new head coach. They got plenty of weapons. Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham, Njoku. They got Austin Hooper. They got a lot of weapons on defense. Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, and etc. 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 Um, New coach. They got rid of Freddie Kitchens, so he's gone. He's out. So this is a year to prove himself. Baker Mayfield, to prove that he's not a bust. I think a sub 500 record will be okay for the Browns moving forward. But again, they were overhyped last year, and then they crashed and burned. Really, they lost to teams that they should have beat, and they beat teams that just they lost teams that they should have beat. And I think the same thing's gonna happen again. I think they're gonna be third place in the division, fighting with the Steelers, trying to get to second place. And yeah, you know who owns that division right now. So let's get to it. Second place, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got them winning 7 to 9 games. Big Ben's back, but again injuries. See how that beard holds up. They still have James Conner, which he's a little overrated, but still a decent running back. They got Juju Smith-Schuster. Still a decent O line as always. Um, Top defense. T.J. Watt's a beast. Hilton, all the crew. Um, yeah, I think they can win enough games. Tomlin is still a solid coach, even though he can't manage a clock that well. Um, I see him finishing number 2 in the division, just behind our next guys, and you know who it is really. Number 1 in the division, they got the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, this was a no-brainer for me. The Ravens had a good draft. They got Patrick Queen. They got what's his name, J.K. Dobbins to add to their team. They got solid receiver Hollywood Brown. They got top 2 quarterback in Lamar Jackson. Top defense. They just added Derek Wolf and Calais Campbell. Got Matt Judon back. Earl Thomas. The likes. Yeah, they have tons of talent on their team. I project them winning 11 to 14 games in my opinion. I think they can get back to 14-2. Um 14-2, but like I'll settle for like 13 wins, so maybe 11 to 13 wins to be realistic. Um I think they're going to win the North again. They're going to be a top 2 seed. number one or number two with the Chiefs. And yeah, let's move on to the next division, my division. The West. Last place, I got the Los Angeles Chargers, the Superchargers, or whatever the fuck they call them. They'll be sharing their stadium with the Rams. Couldn't find any like cool sayings because the Chargers don't have any because they want fans to create their sayings. So yeah, so I got the Chargers finishing last place between 5 and 7 wins. Really, I think our division's pretty decent, so they're gonna get high in the win column maybe, like maybe 6 and 10, one win of like above last year. They got Justin Herbert and Murray in the draft. Got Murray to improve the linebacking core. You got Justin Herbert, the backup, Tyree Taylor, Tyrod Taylor, and learn under him for 1 year. You got decent defense. Joey Bosa. Um, what's his name? Derwin James. Hayward. Yeah, you got Ingram. You got a decent defense, and you got good running backs and Austin Eckler. Good receiver Keenan Allen. Hunter Henry. Yeah, you got weapons, but I still think you're gonna be last place. I think you need one more year to retool. I don't think Justin Herbert's ready yet. I'm not calling him a bust like any other division foe. I'm gonna give him a chance like I give every quarterback a chance in the league. And yeah, I still think they're gonna finish dead last in the division. Autumn win to the Raiders. Nah, fuck them. Fuck the Raiders. But I got them winning 6 to 8 games. I think they can be a 500 team. Um, you know, Waller's a good tight end. They add Jason Wynn to add some depth. Derek Carr's not bad. Really, you got Marcus Mariota. You got Max Crosby. You got okay defense around, even though John Gruden's picks are questionable. Williams is a good receiver. Um, Henry Ruggs is gonna be good if he gets the right quarterback in the right system. What else can I compliment these guys? They filled some holes. They got Nick Kwiatkowski and Corey Littleton at linebacker. That's pretty good. Um, you got Nelson Aguilar at receiver, so good luck with that. But I don't think they're not as bad as the Chargers in my opinion because they got a quarterback. Derek Carr is a solid quarterback, but I think they'll move on from Derek Carr after the season really because I don't know. But John Gruden likes Derek Carr anyway, so if I was the Raiders, I would move on from Derek Carr and go a younger quarterback. But Derek Carr's consistency. He's a good quarterback with the weapons. On a good day, he can win games, man. And I think the Raiders are gonna be number 3 in the division. Um, I won't. I won't. I'm not taking away anything from them. They gotten a little bit better, and come game day, we're gonna fight them. Okay, this is my team, the Denver Broncos, and I believe they're gonna finish second in the division. Drew Lock coming off of a 4-1 start. We got the young weapons in the draft, KJ Hamler and Jerry Jeudy. Got Christian Murray at center to help our line out. We got Jarrell Casey for a 7th round pick. We got AJ Boye. I know we lost McGovern. That's bad. We lost Chris Harris. Fuck him. Um, we lost a few players, but I got us winning 8 to 10 games. We had a solid draft. Off season, I know we added Melvin Gordon, which I didn't like the move, but he's still, good option, good 1-2 punch. Um, we got Jarrell Casey for a 7th round pick again. Our young core actually developed better with time. Our defense developed better with time. And now under Fangio, a year, you never know what this team can do. I think we can make the playoffs and all that shit. And yeah, let's move on to the number 1 seed, and we all know who it is in the division. I hate to end it with a downer, but let's get to it. Chiefs, 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 Chiefs. I got them finishing first in the division. No surprise. 11 to 13 wins. They lost a little bit this offseason. Lost Fuller. Um, And yeah, other guys. Obviously Super Bowl teams lose players. That's the way it goes. But they still got Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback in the league. Unfortunately, I hate to say it. Fuck him and fuck everything he stands for. You got Travis Kelsey, one of the best tight ends in the league. A duel of Watkins and Hill, the best receiver in the league. Unfortunately, they got Darren Williams. They got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Um, in the draft, another running back to add to their already stacked offense. Got Chris Jones, even though they have to work on his contract. Maybe he'll hold out. You never know. Hopefully, he gets traded to a team that's not in the AFC. That'll be great. Um, Other things, they're just consistently Andy Reid, and that offense is going to be hard to stop. And that's every team has to learn how to have a good offense. Like you can build all the defense you want. It's just Mahomes is just going to keep on scoring with his mobility, his arm, and he's a good quarterback. I hate to say it. And I got him winning 11, 13 games. Really, I got him top two seed with the Ravens. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video for the AFC. I think this is a little shorter than the NFC video because it was, I don't know, easier to film and stuff. I hope you enjoyed this. Like, share, subscribe, and all that. Unfortunately, I hate to end it on a downer, but here's something I gotta say. Fuck the Chiefs and the rest of the AFC West. Go Broncos. Hope the rest of your teams do well except the AFC West. And yeah, peace.